As I coach parents of kids with OCD, it usually doesn't take very long to hear a very common thought. I'm to blame for my child's diagnosis of OCD. If only I hadn't gotten divorced, if only we hadn't moved, if only we would have dealt with this family stressor differently, we wouldn't be here. Hi, I'm Dr. Vicki Rackner. I call on my experience as a physician, as the mom of a son diagnosed with OCD when he was in college, and as a certified life coach to help kids and their entire family be freed of the tyranny of OCD. So I can tell you that when my son was first diagnosed with OCD, I blamed myself. Well, I want to offer you some thoughts on two different levels. The first is fact. We have absolutely no evidence that anything that you did or did not do as a parent contributed to your child's diagnosis of OCD. Period. Now, you have a brain that's probably going to want to argue with that. Well, if only they knew my circumstances, it would be different. Or maybe they just haven't looked hard enough. So, your brain is answering the question, is this thought true or not? And brains are very interesting. They will find the evidence that support their beliefs. So your brain is always going to be looking for evidence that, yes, I did in fact cause my child to have OCD. So now we're going to go down to the next level as you think about your thoughts. And the question is, does this thought help me to get to where I want to be, which is doing everything in my power to help my child get to the other side of OCD? Or is it keeping me stuck? So in a sense, we are going to do our own work that we're asking our kids to do. We're going to observe the thought that we have, I'm to blame for my child's OCD, just like we're asking our kids to observe their obsessions. So we also know that thoughts create feelings. So for our kids, the obsessive thought generally creates a sense of anxiety. When parents feel like they're responsible for their kids' OCD, the feeling that this normally elicits is guilt. All right, this feeling leads to action. So for our kids, they have anxiety and they have learned that they can manage their anxiety by engaging in their compulsions. If a parent is feeling guilty, the normal action is to obsess about the past and not be present today. The result for our kids is that they grow their obsession-compulsion cycle. For us, holding on to this thought that we've caused our kid OCD generally leads us to not be doing the things that we can do today in this moment to be the kinds of parents that we want to be. Okay, so how do you get out of these cycles? Usually, a successful transformation begins by changing a thought. Your brain will tell you it's about changing the circumstances. But if you don't change those thoughts, it's going to be harder for the circumstances to change. We're going to say, we're not going to deal with anything in the past because that's the past. We can't go back and relitigate the past. We only have the present moment. And there's something I can do in the present moment. So what if you did the exact same things we're asking our kids with their immature brains to do in order to be freed from OCD? We can decide which thoughts we are going to think and which thoughts are indulgent and we're not going to indulge anymore. If you have the thought, I'm to blame for my child's OCD, gently redirect your brain to a different thought. I can help my child today. Now, human brains will continually offer you that old thought. That's okay. Every time the old thought comes up, You just swap it with that helpful thought. Now, does this mean that by you changing your thought, your kid is going to get better? Well, maybe or maybe not. But you know that you are doing everything in your power to help your child by, in essence, being the change that you want your child to see. So you are a powerful person. There are things that you can do today to free yourself, free your family, and free your child from OCD. You've got this.